Just because a person can't walk, or just because a person has, no legs, or maybe one arm, or whatever the case may be, that they're still fully functioning, happy members of society, and they deserve to be treated just like you would treat a person with working arms, working legs, whatever. My name is Joshua George. I'm 24 years old, and this summer I'll be representing the U.S. at the Beijing Paralympic Games. I absolutely love wheelchair racing. I love everything that goes along with it. I've developed a tight network of friends who also race from all over the world. I love the feeling of the actual competition, of beforehand, of after the race. For my class, I am the top-ranked racer in the world for the 100, 200, 400, and 800 meter races on the track. Well, when I was 4 years old, my parents had laid me down in my bedroom. I was supposed to be taking a nap, and like most 4-year-olds, I wasn't really doing what I was supposed to be doing, and so I climbed up on the windowsill and started shuffling across to get the toy or whatever I wanted from the shelf. And when I was halfway across the windowsill, I felt kind of tired, and I leaned backwards. So the screen popped out, and I fell out with it, fell 12 stories to the ground. So I broke both my femurs, I dislocated my hips, and I bruised my spinal cord. When I left the hospital, I was in a full body cast from my shoulders to my feet, and I had pins keeping my femurs into the socket. So the first thing you have to do after the accident is reteach yourself how to live without the use of your lower body. I had to learn how to use a wheelchair. I had to learn how to use braces and crutches, so I could sort of walk around in braces and leg braces. I always enjoyed pushing my chair really fast, and when I was in rehab in Delaware, I would always get in trouble from the nurses for racing around the halls as fast as I could. In the early 90s, I had my first opportunity to run an actual race, with a starting line and a finish line. But I did it in my everyday chair, and I ran it, and I won the race, and I loved it. I had a blast. When I look at myself, I don't really see that I'm disabled or handicapped. Part of that probably is the fact that I hate the word disabled. It has such a negative connotation to it, and even if you break it down in its parts, it doesn't really mean anything positive. It means that you're not able to do something, and the fact that I'm not able to walk isn't really a negative. So I look at myself, I'm a guy in a wheelchair. I push around instead of walking around. My life is really no different than anybody else's on a day-to-day basis. I'm a completely independent individual. I have my own car. If I need to drive somewhere, I could drive somewhere on my own. I just toss my chair either in the back seat or the passenger seat of the car, and I use hand controls, just a handheld version of the pedals basically, and drive myself around. And if I had to rely on somebody else to drive me around, I'd be lost. I go to the store and get whatever I want. I can walk around town. I go out to eat, go out, hang out with friends, go to concerts, whatever it may be. My diet, as it is, I don't even know if you could call it a diet. It's I basically am on the seafood diet. If I see it, I eat it. Breakfast of Champions. Right now, where I'm at in life, my job is basically to race, to train and to race. The most important person in my racing life right now is definitely my coach, Adam Blakeney.
A better turning radius? Yeah, it will just be.
He trains with me every day, and he's the one that devises the workout plan and keeps me focused.
Then go to Switzerland, and then we'll train in Switzerland
for what's coming up and for the ultimate goal of this year, which would be Beijing.
Man, your legs look buff today. Yeah, they do.
This is probably the busiest time of the year for me. Athletically, I'm traveling just about every weekend. I've been gone more than I've been home since January. Well, when I am home, I just try to relax. I enjoy having a comfortable couch. I enjoy my own bed. I only have time to do some laundry, to lay around, watch a movie or two, and then I'm off again. Basically, the only thing that I will never be able to do is be a professional soccer player. I mean, that was ruled out a while ago. I don't feel that there is anything that I'd ever have to do that I